Hey everybody, Jessica and Casey here with you today. We are finally back after about 2 or 3 weeks of not being together and not sharing the lovely information about how to put your arthritis and autoimmune disease in remission and live a healthier and more thriving life. So we're happy to be back today talking about behind the scenes of the Autoimmune Protocol. And if you are new to our community and you haven't heard us say Autoimmune Protocol before or AIP, it is what we teach in our courses. It is what we are very passionate about. It is what we have done in the past and currently to help manage our symptoms with our autoimmune diseases ourselves. And we've had great success with it with our clients. So we're going to talk a little bit more today about why we use the AIP and what it can do for you and what it does for the body, essentially. So if you are new to our community, though, we just want to introduce ourselves so you know who you're watching for the next 15 minutes. I am Casey Kephart. I'm a functional medicine nutritionist and the founder of the Feel Good Formula. I work with women with all different types of autoimmune diseases to get you back to the activities you love to do, trash those symptoms, get your life back. And I reside in St. Petersburg, Florida, where the sun always shines and it's super humid and hot and sticky out right now. Jessica?
I'm Jessica Melnick. I'm a registered holistic nutritionist, the founder of the Anti-Arthritis Method, the host of the Happy Joints Arthritis Solutions Group, and I help both women and men with various forms of arthritis get back to living life the way they choose to, not the way they have to.
Awesome. All right, so everybody who is probably watching right now either knows somebody with an autoimmune disease or you have one yourself. And that's why you're watching this, because you would like to feel better. You would like to be out of pain. You would like to run with your kids again. You would like to wake up with some energy and some motivation to do your life, to even just do the laundry, right? So we put together courses about the AIP. So what is AIP? What is the Autoimmune Protocol? The main purpose of it is for you to reduce your inflammation and to have increased gut function. It's so your body can heal and it can take a rest. When we are in a hyper state of inflammation, systemic inflammation, meaning inflammation from our heads to our toes, our body is in a constant fight or flight mode, is in a constant work. It's the equivalent of you working 24 hours a day. And when that happens, our bodies cannot recover. It cannot heal. It cannot rest. And so putting our clients on the autoimmune protocol lets them rest, lets that inflammation go down. So when we allow our bodies to do this, we can start to regulate our hormones better. So we can stop having such high cortisol levels, which is your stress hormone, or we can start to get our libido back, which are your sex hormones, or we can stop being so moody and irritable when, yes, most of us are women and that's us, but we don't need to be over the top moody and irritable. And when you find yourself just being unstable and inconsistent in those moods, it's your hormones being out of whack. We can start to have normal periods again. Guys, your functioning might be better. There's just a lot of there's a lot of, what am I trying to say here? Daily things that we go through that hormones are the cause of in getting yourself back to balance and homeostasis. So again, reducing that inflammation and letting our bodies rest through the AIP can help balance those hormones out naturally without taking hormones. So then it can also allow our immune system to rest as well. We can stop getting sick so often. We can stop being in this high state of our immune system being ramped up and always going, because just like us, we need rest. So does our immune system. Our bodies can then start to focus on healing when we start to reduce that inflammation. It's no longer its main priority to stop the inflammation. Its main priority now is fixing the gut lining to balance out our hormones. It's kind of like clearing the fog away so our body can actually see what it needs to work on, what it needs to repair. But if it's always trying to lower the inflammation or lower the fire inside of you, it can't heal. It can't do these specific jobs it's supposed to. And then we can start to absorb foods again. So I don't know if you've noticed with your autoimmune disease or your chronic inflammation, is that maybe when you go to the bathroom, you're seeing food particles in there, or maybe you're feeling very fatigued. Maybe you're not digesting your food well. This is all not being able to absorb your nutrients, but also just in general, when we are in a chronic state of inflammation, a chronic state of stress, our bodies are not capable of absorbing all of our nutrients, let's say. So when we reduce that inflammation, our body is able to absorb and then eliminate the nutrients that it doesn't need. So obviously, all of these things are important for having a well-balanced and nurtured body. So the first step would be to reduce the inflammation. The second step that comes to that is feeling better, is knowing your body a little better and what you need to eat and what you need to do for it. So let's get into the second part of this live. Jessica?
Yeah. So how do we actually reduce this inflammation that we're experiencing with the Autoimmune Protocol, or AIP? So when we are experiencing arthritic symptoms and autoimmune symptoms, that's inflammation. So by using the AIP, we actually are eliminating the foods that have been scientifically proven to cause inflammation in our with an autoimmune condition or with arthritis. So I know there's more than one different type of arthritis. Some are autoimmune, some are not. But ultimately, we need to reduce inflammation. And when we take out foods that are proven to be, cause food sensitivities and allergies, then we can really start to reduce that inflammation, because we are reducing inflammation in our gut, kind of where all things that starts. And by doing that, we can calm our immune system down, which allows it to bring down inflammation in the body overall. So we are also nourishing our bodies with the foods that have been scientifically proven to reduce inflammation and improve gut function. So, we're taking out the foods that are causing the irritation, and we're putting in foods that are really great for healing. So we're putting in foods that are, highly nutrient dense, that are giving our body what it needs in order to start doing that repair once that inflammation subsides. So super, super important. And we need to bring function back to our gut. We need to repair the gut lining. And we also need to replace and probably replenish healthy gut bacteria. Often there's an imbalance of unhealthy bacteria over healthy bacteria in the gut. So once we bring that back into balance, we're able to absorb our nutrients better. Our immune system functions better, which means less inflammation, less pain, less symptoms. And so food is super, super important. But one of the things, because I think sometimes people simplify it too much and they think, okay, well, I just need to know what to eat and what not to eat. That's it. I've got it covered. But we don't, because we also need to look at lifestyle changes that can help us actually improve the absorption of our food, that are going to improve our gut function, our brain function, our detox pathways, and more. So if we are eating, what we're supposed to be eating and avoiding what we're supposed to be avoiding, but we're super stressed out and have this incredibly high stress lifestyle, we're not sleeping, we're not taking any downtime, we're not resting, we're not moving our bodies, then it's really going to be hard to feel better and allow our body to repair itself when we don't have those other aspects of our lives in check as well. So it's more than just the food, even though the food is very, very important. So once we are starting to feel better on this protocol, we're going to gradually start reintroducing foods in a very systematic way. So we show you how to do that. There's a specific way to go about doing this so that you can actually really, really recognize the foods that are giving you issues and the foods that are really helping you thrive and that are going to help you keep your symptoms away for the long term. So we want you to really develop the most comprehensive diet for yourself, and everybody's a little different in terms of the foods that work well for them and the foods that don't. So we really help you recognize which foods are working and which foods aren't, because it's not necessarily indigestion. I think that's another misconception people have is, oh, well, I didn't feel indigestion from this food, so it must be okay for me. It's a lot more than that. There are so many other symptoms to look out for. And often when it comes to food sensitivities, there's a much more delayed reaction. It can be about 3 to 5 days before, anything actually shows up. And it can manifest itself in, other autoimmune symptoms that have nothing to do with indigestion. So we really teach you how to listen to your body and how to recognize these responses.
Yeah. I think I want to add to that too, is that these are foods that we, so the elimination diet that we first start with, the foods that you are eating are foods that are scientifically researched for nourishing an autoimmune disease body. And the foods that are eliminated during this protocol as well are foods that are scientifically researched to cause inflammation in a person with autoimmune disease or chronic inflammatory disease. So it's not like we're just going off like this food doesn't work for us and this food does. Like, no, these are scientifically researched and basically proven to cause inflammation or to nourish an autoimmune disease body. But like Jessica just said, we might have some ebb and flow with that because of food sensitivities, because our biochemistry is different in every single one of us. So we start with these foods and then we work to build this individualized program for you so you can eat the foods that your body is liking and take out the foods that it's not liking too. So we work with you every step of the way with that. And we have a pretty keen sense of what's going to work and what's not going to work here, just because of our education, but our experience with ourselves and our clients as well.
Absolutely.
So moving forward, some questions or some thoughts that might be coming into your mind is like, how do I know if this is for me? How do I know if this protocol will work for me? Because I've tried literally everything and nothing has worked. But if you haven't tried the autoimmune protocol, I'm going to be one of those gurus that say like, this will probably work for you. And there is really no risk in just trying it out, because I can't guarantee anything, but I know that you will feel better in some sort of way. So, we're back.
You're back. You're good.
Okay, sorry. The autoimmune protocol is for you if you suffer from an autoimmune disease or multiple health conditions or chronic inflammatory disease, anything where you're really struggling to get through the day without pain, without any sort of medical symptoms, or you're just not feeling yourself again. You don't know what's going on. A doctor can't tell you what is going on. Nothing has worked. This would be a really great start for you. And if you have questions about that, please DM us, because we're happy to give you the honest truth if we think it will work for you or not. Because I know both Jessica and I have turned people down and just said, this will probably not work for you, and maybe you should go this route or that route. So let us help you with that if you're still deciding. If you are on medications, yes, you can still do the autoimmune protocol. This might be a really great protocol for you to do if you are on medications and you want to either decrease the dose, or get off of them altogether. We can never tell you to get off of them or what dose to be on. However, we can help guide you in that process and support you through it. The AIP is for you if you react to most foods and feeling lost with what to eat. So in other words, it is for you if you have a lot of food sensitivities. Jessica and I often hear that I just can't eat anything anymore. Nothing is working for me. I don't even know what to do. I've had a potential client say to me that they're only on liquids right now because they cannot have solid foods. So there's a lot going on in the body. There's a lot of inflammation going on, and we can help navigate that for you. And it may be good with some steps before getting on the AIP to help implement this diet into your daily life. If you are constipated or have diarrhea, this is a great protocol for you, because this is your body telling you there is something wrong. There is inflammation. My gut hurts. My gut is not healthy. So definitely think about getting on this protocol or talking more about it with us. If nothing's worked for you in the past and you haven't tried the AIP, please try this. Give it one more shot to try something else, because we've had great success, our clients have, and it's a great step to learn more about your body and learn the journey that you should be on. It's very telling. If you have random symptoms and you don't know what they are from, there's a lot of times where even Jessica and I were like, what the heck is going on? I don't know what this is. More than likely, it is because we have inflammation in our body and we know to get back on the basics for us, which is AIP. And then that symptom goes away. So oftentimes, AIP is the solution for that. So that would be a really great protocol for you if you are just confused and you have all this random stuff going on from your head to your toes and it doesn't seem connected. I bet you they all are connected, because most things are in our bodies, and it always comes back to the gut. And then lastly, but probably not lastly in a long list of things, is you are having inconsistent results and tired from all of the research and Googling what the heck is going on. Our health journeys ebb and flow, and sometimes we are just left more confused. We are left with like, what the heck? Either from the results our doctors have given us, or what our doctors have said to us, what health gurus have said. Like, we're just lost in this world of nutrition and medical information that we all just don't know what to do with. We hear that a lot from our clients, and then they get on the AIP and they feel just so much better. And they're also more mindful of their body and they're less confused of it. They know why it's happening, what food or what lifestyle trigger is causing this, and they can better navigate their health journey even after us. They are more prepared for the world of living with an autoimmune disease, and more than likely they have put it in remission and know how to keep it in remission. So these are all really great reasons to try the AIP protocol, whether that is with us, helping you navigate it, or on your own. We would highly recommend getting education. Ooh, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Getting education and accountability from people, from a reliable source like us, because it is not easy to navigate when you're first doing it alone. And we had to go through it alone, and it is tough. Doable, but it is tough. So reach out to us if you have any more questions, or you would like to learn more about how we can help you and what our programs are like. Jessica, do you have anything else to say to that?
I think just one thing that comes to mind is sometimes people feel like they need to have like a diagnosis, like a really clear diagnosis, before they can change their diet or try Autoimmune Protocol. And I would say that that is fear talking and putting off things that make us feel better. Because like Casey said, it's, this is a really simple process, but it's hard to implement on our own. And that's why we have programs that simplify this and make it as easy as possible. So it's just a step-by-step, paint-by-number process. And so that you can actually be successful, because we know it is challenging to implement it into our regular lives. But once you get going and you have that support to do it, you're gonna be golden. Yeah. And once you start feeling better, it's going to make it all worthwhile. So you don't need to have a clear diagnosis, because sometimes it can take years. We all know that with our medical systems, it can be a very long and arduous process to get clear answers. And lots of times we don't get clear answers. Sometimes our doctors can't really explain what's going on for us. And that is also a source of frustration. So I would say, don't wait. There is help. This is a really, really amazing protocol for a lot of those mysterious ailments that a lot of us have dealt with for years. So that's one thing that I think, just to consider.
Yeah. If you're watching the replay or here with us live, put in the comments what questions you have or thoughts, or what you would like to hear more about, maybe with the protocol, or lifestyle factors, or food sensitivities, or whatever is on your mind. So let us know. We're happy to do lives about it and answer your questions. Jessica will be back with you on Thursday with another recipe. And if you need anything, please reach out to us. Have a good rest of your day.
Bye, everyone.